Hi everyone, welcome back to Hidden Minds. First of all, I know I haven't posted as much recently, and that is mainly because of my new job. I really want to give that my full focus, and honestly, that takes a lot of energy. But like I said before, things will settle down again, and the videos will keep coming. This channel is still very much alive, and today felt like the right moment to come back with something meaningful. Recently, Greg Gordon passed away at the age of 75, and he was a member of the Imperials in the early 1970s, a group many Elvis fans know because of their connection to Elvis during that period. In 2025, Greg Gordon was still part of Elvis Week in Memphis, when the Imperials were honored as Graceland legends. So his connection to the Elvis world was still being recognized very recently. But Greg Gordon also had another special connection to Elvis. He wrote Bringin It Back, a song Elvis recorded in 1975 for the Today album. So today, I don't want to make this too heavy. I just want to listen to the song, talk about the music, talk about the lyrics, and appreciate how Elvis brings this kind of emotion to life. So this is my small tribute to Greg Gordon. Let's listen to Elvis Presley with Bringin It Back. What I like about a song like this is that it is not Elvis trying to overpower the room. This is not a big dramatic performance. This is not Elvis going for vocal fireworks. This is Elvis in a more mature place. And the song feels reflective. It's about memories, about looking back at someone or something that still lives inside you. And that is what makes this song interesting to me. It has that 1970s sound, but underneath it, there is something very human. It's about how certain memories never really leave. You can move on with your life, but then one sound, one feeling, one place, or one song can bring everything back. And I think Elvis was one of the greatest singers ever at making that kind of emotion feel real. So let's play this song.
Could never see you, if I could never hold you, if I could never touch your face or feel your warm embrace. I still remember talking, I still remember laughing, I still remember loving a lot, just touching you. Babe, I've not forgot.
Already from the opening, Elvis sounds so warm here. There's a softness in his voice, but also a lot of weight behind it. He's not forcing the emotion, he is just letting the words land. And that is something Elvis was so good at. He could take a song that seems simple on the surface and make it feel personal. And with this song, especially now knowing that Greg Gordon recently passed away, it gives the recording a different feeling. You listen a little closer. It becomes more than just another Elvis track. It becomes a moment to appreciate the people around the music as well. The writers, the musicians, the voices, the people who helped shape what we still listen to today.
Touch your face or feel your warm embrace. I still remember
chorus is really interesting because the phrase bringing it back is simple, but it says a lot. That is exactly how memory works. It's not always a big dramatic moment. Sometimes it is something very small. A sound, a smell, a place, a face, certain line in a song, and suddenly everything comes back. And Elvis captures that beautifully. There's a sadness in his delivery, but it's not hopeless. It feels more like acceptance, like someone looking back and understanding that some memories will always stay with you. And that is the thing with Elvis in the 1970s. He could still sound powerful, of course, but on songs like this, he gives you something else. He gives you experience.
A familiar place for a familiar face just brings it all back. And everything's bringing it back. The song's bringing it back. Even after so much time, you know everything's bringing it back. Thinking in my solitude, wondering about your attitude, thinking maybe that your love has died. There it is, I can see it in your eyes, and your look of sweet surrender, with a touch of too much sadness. 'Cause I hurt you so, you know your sorrow shows, and you just can't stay. Oh, but you can't let go.
Musically, I really like the atmosphere. It has that mid-70s Elvis sound. The arrangement is smooth. The backing vocals give it that warm layer. And Elvis sits right in the middle of it. He does not oversing it. And he does not need to. That is the strength of his performance. And this is where I always think about Elvis differently. Elvis was only 40 when he recorded this. And of course, we know now that he would only live to be 42. So in years, he was still young. But emotionally, it feels like he had already lived so much. And look, most people grow into adulthood gradually, step by step. You go through life, you learn, you change, and you mature over time. But with Elvis, it all happened in a kind of acceleration. Fame, the pressure, the responsibility, love, the loss, expectations, and being watched by the whole world. And that came at him so fast. And I think you can hear that here.
You know your sorrow shows, and you just can't stay. Oh, but you can't let go. 'Cause everything's bringing it back. You know it's just bringing it back. A familiar place or a familiar face just brings it all back. Everything's bringing it back. The song's bringing it back. And even after so much time, you know everything's bringing it back.
Um, this is a beautiful performance, and for me, "Bring It Back" is one of those Elvis songs that not always get mentioned first. It is not one of the big obvious classics that everyone talks about all the time. But when you actually sit with it, there's a lot there. It's not just a love song, it is a memory song. It's about the way the past can suddenly return, even when you think you have moved on. And Elvis gives it that extra layer. He brings warmth, regret, tenderness, and maturity into this song. And that is why I wanted to do this reaction today. And not only because Greg Gordon wrote the song, but because his recent passing makes this recording feel even more meaningful right now. Sometimes a song becomes a small way to remember someone. And in this case, Bringing It Back is part of Greg Gordon's connection to the Elvis world. Like I said, he was part of the Imperials in the early 1970s, and he also gave Elvis this song. That is something special. Rest in peace, Greg Gordon. His time connected to Elvis may have been only one part of his career, but writing a song that Elvis recorded is something very special. Bringing It Back will always be part of the Elvis catalog, and that means his work continues to live on through the music. And for Elvis, this is another reminder of what made him such a powerful interpreter of songs. And he did not just sing the notes, he brought life into the words. And especially in a song like this, you hear a man who may still have been young in years, but who had already lived through so much emotionally. And that is what makes the performance stay with you. So let me know in the comments what you think of Bringing It Back. Is this a song you already knew well, or is it one you maybe overlooked before? And what do you hear in Elvis's voice on this recording? If you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps, especially now that I'm slowly finding rhythm again with the new job and the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.